thought I might just do a little bit of vlogging today, and I've just gotten out of the shower and I was about to do my eye makeup, and I thought probably a great place to start the vlog here because a lot of you ask me how I apply my Victoria Beckham eyeliners, so I thought I'd just do my eye makeup with you here. So I'm going to just put some eyeshadow on first, and I'm using my Tom Ford Insolent Rose palette. You know that this is my absolute favorite if you've been watching. It's a whole look, and that's why I really like it, and it works really well with my green eyes. So I just take the lightest color and I just dab it all over the lid. I've already put some concealer on and kind of blended that in, but I don't do a really heavy prime because I don't get really oily lids and I don't have really hooded eyes, and so I find that this shadow just sticks to me, so I don't need to worry too much about priming the area properly. So then next I'll take the pink shade again with my fluffy brush and just put colour over it, and then I'm going to work that into the crease. This is kind of, I would call this an everyday look. So if I was going into the office today, I would wear my eye makeup like this. And I just kind of work it right into the crease and then lift it up toward my brow. I love these colours because they kind of give just a little natural definition to your face without looking like too made up. So I'll just do the other side as well. I'm not a beauty guru. You can tell that just by looking at me and probably my technique. But this is how I do it and it works, and so you know, I'm just going to go with it. I don't believe in making things more complicated than they need to be. We're all busy enough. We just want to look our best in a low maintenance kind of way. So I'm going to show you how I do that myself. Next I'm going to take this brush and I'm just going to add some of that darker purple color, and I'm going to go across my lid with that color, and then I'll blend it up into the pink. Again, for me, the goal with this look is just to look finished and, you know, polished and alive. It's not to look done up. And I think the challenge with a lot of beauty products is people will feel like they either have to look like they're going out for dinner or, you know, not. And I think that there are options within those extremes where you can use things that you wouldn't usually use. And then I just do like a little line of shadow to match under my eye. So that's pretty much the shadow part, and then I'll just do one final little blend to make sure everything is kind of connected and not too disjointed. And then I will place some shimmer. So where is my little shimmer thing? Look, I hate using my fingers, but I find shimmer is best applied with the ring finger. So I've just put my ring finger in the palette there, and I just pat that on in the center of my lid. I mean, this step you don't have to do, but to me this is the finishing step. I really enjoy just that little pop on the top of my lid. I'll just clean my finger off. So today I thought that I would use my favorite of the Victoria Beckham eyeliners. As you know, I've got quite the selection here, but my favorite is absolutely the olive green. I just find that it gives my eyes a real like liveliness to them without looking overdone. I can obviously play it right up and do quite a dramatic eye as well. But, and I have done that once, I did that for my Fendi mega unboxing video actually, and you guys really enjoyed it. And yeah, it was fun to like do something a bit more dramatic. So you can definitely, you know, make these looks huge, or you can just use them to complement. And today I'm going to show you how I use it to complement. So hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I'm just going to kind of hold my eye, and then depends on which side it is, because I find that I'm a little awkward on my right side as opposed to my left, but I'll either work from the outside in or the inside out. And I'm just going to line my upper lash line and my upper waterline. That's all I'm going to do, and you will see the difference in the look. Then I'll finish it with mascara. So here we go. So there's just the upper lash line done. That's without any smudging. And the upper waterline. Now I'll just smudge a little bit into my lashes. I don't want to smudge it up because it's a day look, but I'll just smudge it down onto my lash line a little bit. The pigment in these pencils is great, and you do need to have a light hand, because otherwise you can apply a lot more product than what you thought you were. And yeah, all of a sudden you've got a much more dramatic look. So I've got a little bit of overrun there, but I'll tidy that up with a cotton bud a little later. But yeah, you just need to have a light hand until you get used to how the product works. Now here I've also got my Victoria Beckham mascara, and I'm just going to work that into my lashes from the base of the lashes upwards. And then I just give my little lower lashes a feathering out. So one complete eye and one eye not complete. You can see the difference. It just really opens the eye up. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. And the bottom. And that's it. So that's pretty much how I do my eyes. I'll just shut them so you can have a good look. But yeah, it doesn't have to be a really dramatic look. I will put a little clip in over here of the look that I had for the unboxing video I referred to before, where I've got a lot more of this olive shadow on and a Too Faced palette in this like sequiny green, I'm calling it. Everything's a Fendi color now, which is really lovely as well. But a lot of you have gone ahead and bought these eyeliners because I've been talking about them. I talk about them because Meredith talked about them, and she's got me hooked, and I know a lot of you now are in the same boat. So for me, my favorite color is the olive, closely followed by, I would have to say, the sea grey. Then it's between the bronze and the cocoa, and then finally the fig. But I'm really excited to get the new colors that are coming out. So wait and see, there'll be more Victoria Beckham products on this channel, no doubt. So I am going to go and do my hair now. That was another request that I had, was how I did my funny little sumo top knot. So I will film that one and put that in too. Okay, so now we're all dry. I'm just going to add some hair oil. This one is a Davines hair oil. I just literally use one pump because I'm going to have my hair straight. Well, for a little bit. Depends on how warm it gets today, because I might not like to have it too straight. I mean, out for too long. And it amazes me how good condition my hair is in, considering that I've had it lightened again. Yeah. Crazy. Okay, I'm back. So, there's really not much to this hairstyle other than making sure that you've kind of blow dried your hair, and if you can't get a nice finish blow drying, then I would suggest you run a straightening tool over it as well, but I'm kind of happy with how mine's looking. So I just get a hair tie and some bobby pins, and basically I have bangs, so I need to pull my fringe up into a high pony. So you can see how I'm kind of separating it here and over this side as well, so it just kind of comes up, you know, level with that kind of high point of my hairline. And then I'm going to give it a little twist, and that ensures that my fringe stays in. So if you don't have a fringe, you probably don't need to do that step. And then I'm going to create a ponytail. So these hair ties are quite, you know, big for this tiny little ponytail, so I'll need to pass it through a few times, but that also helps to get a bit of height. And then on the last pass, we're just going to do this. So we have like a little flopsy bun kind of thing, and we'll just pull that through enough so that I can get like this kind of bun shape happening. And then, that looks good, doesn't it? I'm just going to use these little bobby pins to pin inside of the loop. So yeah, here's how I do it. Looks good, doesn't it? And then you know that we had that little tail. So I just want to pull that over to that side because that's the side that I prefer. And you know, you might need to kind of play with where your hair falls a little bit, but for me, I'm kind of happy with that. And there's enough kind of bounce and what have you in that I won't have to spray it, but you might like to spray yours to set it in place. But yeah, that's it. Just a cute little uppity doody doo. So I've decided it's way too hot to wear my hair down today. So I'm going to try another style with you guys. I get these come up on my Instagram all the time, and I've always wanted to try it. So I'm going to try it with you. So the first step is I've just got that same section of hair, is I'm going to plait it or braid it, whatever you call it, tightly down the front of my face. And I'll do it tightly first so that I can pull the hair out and loosen it up once it's all braided. I think trying to do a loose braid first is half of the problem, because you can see my fringe is poking out in those little spots there, and so I just want to kind of even up the braid. Hopefully I can poke those bits back in, but I just kind of pull those apart, and then I don't know how this is going to work. Maybe like that. Might need to tuck those little spiky bits back in or leave them out, whatever. And this may be an epic hair fail, but whatever. And I'm going to do a half pony to start with. And not gone exactly as I'd have hoped, because this bit here is a little bit bumpy, but we have pins. So I'm just going to put a pin in here, and that should kind of hold that bit down, and a pin in here, and that should hold that bit down. And then I've just got my little braided mohawk, which is actually not too bad. It's pretty cool. And then I could do either a full-on ponytail, or I could leave it half down. I don't know. Or I could do like a bit of a messy bun maybe. What are we thinking? Okay, so I'm just going to wear my hair up today. And I'm going to talk to you about styling your sequin and statement bags when I look like I have no style myself. But that's how we roll. So let's go into the wardrobe, shall we? I mean, you know, why not? That's where all the wardrobe things happen. All right, so, whoa, there is light. So I'm just wearing this. I love this kind of undone. It's like a pink, what do we call it? Like a plaid tartan. Looks like it's a shirt dress basically. It's last year, spring summer season. I really quite enjoyed wearing it. So yeah, I've just thrown it on today. Pink and green, great combination because they're at opposite ends of the color wheel, and that is relevant to how you style your statement bags. Now, I think a lot of the reason that people get scared off by their sequin bags is because they're like, oh my god, everyone's going to look at me, it's such a pop of color, I'm not confident, I don't want it to be all about the bag, I don't go out that often so I can't justify it. Look, to me, I want to kind of help you to dress down your statement bags. I have a couple of statement bags, one of them being this one. Whoops. And another being this. I'm going to use these two because they're regular sized baguettes, you know, and they do have a lot to say, but I think the premise is kind of the same. So, a couple of things that you need to know. One is, if you don't want it to be a statement, then you need to dress in an analogous way. So analogous colours are basically colours that are close together on the colour wheel. And most of my wardrobe is analogous, right? It's either analogous or it's complementary. So analogous, I've got pinks and purples and blues and greens. They all kind of sit on the cooler side of the color wheel, and they all kind of sit next to each other, so you can actually bridge a gap. So if they're not directly next to each other, say like purple and green, there's blue in the middle, then I might wear blue jeans to kind of soften it. So because they're all tonal, or you could call it tonal, colors in similar families, and they're all cool colors, then the bags that I have tend to be more complementary to how I dress as opposed to big contrasts, okay? So I'm going to throw in some pictures here that I've put up of me just putting a screenshot of this bag with other similar tones, outfits that I've worn in winter and summer, so you can see it doesn't look like a big pop. So on this you'll see me wearing a pink sweater, you'll see me wearing navy blue and blue jeans, you'll see me wearing green, and you can see how they all kind of line up together. A post that I put on my Instagram stories today of when I first got this bag, I'm wearing it with a white shirt, kind of medium wash denim jeans and a pair of Dior slingbacks. So many people said, oh, I love this outfit combination. It's because this and the blue denim are analogous. They work together, so it's not a huge pop. It looks put together. It doesn't look like the bag is doing all the work. So if you don't have a purple bag and you've got, say, a pink bag, then you kind of just do the same. You look for things that are tonal in that kind of pinky, corally, reddy, orangey kind of area, because they are all close together on the colour wheel. If you've got a turquoise bag, then it kind of sits in the blues and greens family, so you would kind of try and get your tones working in that space. Hopefully that makes sense. If I show you on the colour wheel, it's called complementary colours, which are colours that are opposite each other on the colour wheel. So green is opposite pink on the colour wheel. That's why when I wear pink, my skin, my complexion, my eyes, they just pop, because there is an absolute contrast. For a purple baguette, the opposite colour on the colour wheel is yellow. So I've got this kind of lemon yellow skirt. If I put this baguette next to it, it really pops, right? Like, take me out of the picture. It really pops against the yellow and green tones in this. So they are complementary, but I think contrasting makes more sense. Colours. So if you want the bag to pop, wear it with colours on the opposite side of the colour wheel. And for the purple, that is yellow. And for a pink bag, the contrasting colour, as I've said, is green. So look at these, you know, they're totally opposite each other on the colour wheel. So you're going to get a really big pop. And for me, I rarely like doing complementary colours unless they are together in one piece. So I'll show you what I mean. So this dress from Oxford, you can see that it's got lilacs, turquoises, greens, like all the colours in this follow the rules on the colour wheel. But I could wear a pink with this and it would be less poppy than it is with that other green, because this one already has colours in it. So for me, when I get my made to order and it is bright green and bright pink in one bag, it's going to be a big statement bag. It's also going to be blingy and shiny because it has beads and crocodile on it. And so what I'll probably want to do is match that bag with pinks or greens to tone it down. If I put that bag with a black dress, it's going to be all about the bag. If I put that bag against another color like this, it might work with this one. It would work with this because this is quite tonal. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting bag to style, because if I don't want my outfit to be all about the bag, I'm really going to have to think about that one. So just to give you another perspective, you can wear really bright colours like this, and you can wear bright bags as well. Now the two of them together look pretty calming, don't they? I mean, look at the impact of the light that this is taking off my face in the camera. But when you put them together, they look calm. They don't look like, ouch, my eyes, it hurts. Together they look calm and put together. So when you're thinking about styling a statement bag, don't think about trying to contrast it all the time. Think about trying to match it tonally, and you'll find that you feel more comfortable. And you're like, Dale, but you haven't talked about your mirror embroidered baguette. Okay, so this one has a lot of different colours in it. So it's got lilacs, it's got tealy kind of turquoisey colour, it's got like a really light yellow colour. So pretty much, because it's metallic and it has all those colours in it, I can do lots of things with this bag. So I can wear it with this Isabel Marant blouse, and you can see the two of them, they're almost like the same thing. So that's a really good option. I can wear it with this lilac cohort that I just bought from Chic. And again, because it's mirrored, it kind of picks up on the colours that are in the clothes. So that's a free ticket. And when I first wore it on Instagram, I wore it with this Age blouse. And again, see, now it's picking up on the pinks and it's very tonal. So if I went with something slightly more graphic, I've got this etro blouse, and if I put it with that, it looks like a bit too much, okay? I mean, I would still do it, but for the purpose of this video, I probably wouldn't choose the bag with this blouse. The other night, I wore the bag out with a black dress, and I did that on purpose because I wanted the bag to be a statement for the evening, and obviously it was. So now I've got this old H&M kind of metallic top that for some reason I cannot get rid of because it's just so much fun. But if I put that with the bag, you can see the two become one. So it's really important just to look for tonal matches. It just helps you to feel like it's not all about the bag. You feel more calm, more comfortable, more like yourself, and less about everyone's looking at my handbag. And you know, some of us, we really like that. Others, not so much. And so I think it's kind of important when you're purchasing statement bags to buy them in colours that kind of work in your wardrobe. And I mean, if you're buying cool colours and you wear a lot of jeans, then you're going to find statement bags really, really work. This one works with really light wash jeans. If I put this against dark wash jeans, it would really pop. And I'm okay with that, but not everyone is. So I think there's pictures on my Instagram, which I'll put in, of me wearing the bag with light wash jeans, and it looks fantastic. With my purple sequin baguette, however, it looks great with the darker wash jean. If I wear it with light wash jeans, it becomes more visible. So I kind of hope that that is helpful for you in figuring out how to kind of style your statement bags in a way, in rules, I guess, that kind of work for everyone, regardless of what colours you are. If you wear more warm colours, then choose things that are in warmer colours, you know. Go for the reds, go for the golds, and they will reflect nicely with your wardrobe, which might have more kind of mustardy yellows, more oranges, browns, neutrals, those sorts of things. The same thing kind of goes with colours, that if you wear cool colours with cool colours, it works really well. If you wear warm colours with warm colours, it works really well. If you stick to a tonal kind of wardrobe with your bags, that works really well. And if you want to pop, you go with a contrast, which is the opposite side of the colour wheel. So yeah, it just depends on your mood. It takes a little while, but I would recommend getting on to some of the websites and just finding a colour wheel. I found the really good one when I was thinking about this video, which I'll pop up here, and I'll put the link to it in the description box below. It's, you know, very, very detailed, but it does help. And you can do this without even knowing what your personal colours are. Like, you don't need to go into all that theory. You're just looking for harmony in your outfit. So yeah, that's been my little get ready with me styling a statement bag video. I hope it's been helpful for you. I have put together a little slide showing how the cool coloured baguette works with warmer colours, and you can see that it's just, I don't think it's much of a vibe for me personally. But if they are your colours and you love those contrasts, then you go for it. At the end of the day, your style is very personal to you. For me, I prefer that my outfits aren't all about my bags, unless I want them to be, which is very rarely. So yeah, that's it. Let me know if this has been helpful for you. It's provided some insight. If you've got any other questions, I'm by no means an expert, but I'm just sharing with you what I've learned and what works for me so far, and hopefully it helps you to figure out what works for you. So yeah, like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.